G'day boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Duckville here. I've got a TvT for your perusal today. It's going to be taken from a replay pack of our Red Terran player up here at the top side of Polar Knight. It is Clarity Gaming's ElhayM. He's a Canadian Terran player who is of course a part of the Clarity Gaming team. And recently released a replay pack. One of the very few Terrans who has released a replay pack. I was having a look on some of the recent replay packs that were released, and I found that there was like 15 Zerg replay packs from players of the Zerg race, and then about I think it was 6 or 7 from Protoss, and then 2 Terran replay packs. So that I could see easily. I know that probably there's some out there that have gone completely under the radar, but still. Anyway, his opponent down here at the bottom of Polar Knight is our Blue Terran player here from Team Dignitas. It is SeleCT. Now, SeleCT has been he's been around for a very, very long time, but of course he left the scene for a little while and joined up with the Dota crew and did he did all right with the Dota crew that he was with, but came back to StarCraft and decided that this is where he was going to stay for a little while longer, and we'll see. I don't think to memory he's actually done anything massively I suppose notable since his return, but I mean that's not to say that he's not a good player. He's a fantastic player, and of course a Korean Terran player is always one to be feared. Of course, everyone does love a lot of our Korean Terrans that we get to see in the scene every now and then. Of course, Tasia being the biggest one of them all, with all of his notable achievements and that kind of thing. But just having a look at what ElhayM is going to be up to here, we've got a 2 racks, I would assume, Reaper up against a CC first. Oh dears. This could get rather interesting very quickly here, but SeleCT is going to be able to scout out what his opponent is up to shortly. I don't know, did he forget that his opponent was going to... I don't know, it's very risky. Like, if you're not a Terran player, it's quite daring to go CC first, especially on a 2-player map like this. Like, I find... I'm pretty sure this is the greediest you could go. Like, I don't think there's any greedier kind of play that you could go with in a TvT in this kind of situation here. So SeleCT did not even get to scout out his opponent's second racks. He saw that there was no, there was no CC or anything. Maybe like, I mean, maybe you could try and figure out a way to get that down at this kind of time. But I mean, ElhayM's going to have a couple of Reapers coming across very soon. He's already got one inside his opponent's main base, and we can see one Reaper does beat a single Marine. So keep that in mind as we can see the Reaper count start to increase. More are going to be making their way across. ElhayM's going to see that his opponent is just now setting down another racks, and with the CC being scouted out as well, he's going to say, wow, he went CC first. Okay, that's quite intriguing. I'm going to need to take advantage of the fact that I do have a 2 racks right now. So jumps up to the top. Got to be very careful with your micro here. It looks like SeleCT is doing his best to micro around and about there. That Reaper getting extremely low, wants to keep out of danger. One SCV could take that one out. ElhayM with some fantastic micro keeps that one Reaper alive. They're going to be dancing around yet again, as we can see ElhayM getting a little bit worried in the corner there. Loses one of his Reapers. Not the end of the world, but it's always nice to have a couple of extras around there if you can. But he's slowly picking apart the SCVs of SeleCT, and SeleCT is just going to hang around here and try and take out some of the Reapers. Very clever usage of the couple of SCVs that he has here. And now, as we can see, ElhayM with that excellent targeting is going to be coming across to try and take out that Marine. Gets it, gets another SCV. We're going to get at least another one SCV before the Reapers have to retreat for a second. But one thing you'll notice from ElhayM is that we're mainly sort of keeping around this area, although as I say that, he comes down the back. But coming down to this position does get a little bit worrisome, because you either have to go out the very small pathway that's available there, or make a long distance run out through that side. Now, as you can see, it almost cost him that extra Reaper there, because this guy is just about dead, but he will make it out. He's gonna keep this Reaper alive and pretty much be happy with the job that all of his guys have done. He's killed off 7 workers, not to mention the units that are being the extra units that are being killed as well, including those 4 Marines. So ElhayM will be pretty comfortable with that situation for now, and he's going to go have a look and see what extra damage he can get done. But that first Hellion that comes out from the opposing Terran is able to get rid of the Reaper, unless you have, if memory serves me correctly, I think it's 4 Reapers beats a Hellion when they're all microed the same pace. But anyway, we can see Select now coming across the map. Does encounter a bunch of Marines standing at the top of the ramp there. ElhayM very prepared for that kind of stuff to come along. Third command center on the way. We've got a couple of extra racks that are being built up. His factory is also on the way. We would assume that ElhayM is going to go, yeah, he's going to go bio here, not wanting to, you know, play out a mech kind of style after that kind of, that really nice bio opening there. So, you know, you go 2 racks, the general sort of follow-up is that you will go into bio, but not to say that it's exclusive to that kind of play. So Select is he's gonna have to sort of head back to the drawing board for a little bit here. He's gonna get out he's gonna get out quite a few workers before he is actually catching up to his opponent. And what this means is that a lot of those minerals are gonna be jumping into, oh wow, scan of the century there, just in time. But as I was saying, a lot of the minerals have to go into, you know, getting his economy back up. As we can see, 400 minerals went into this command center. We've got SCVs coming out as quickly as he can. And now with ElhayM attacking the front, we're going to have to lose some of those minerals attacking the bunker, but it looks as if Select's defense is very, very nice there. Just protects that bunker in time. The Marines are forced to back up. Of course, he did bring that medevac back as well, which is really important, because if ElhayM if he did not attack here, if he did not put a lot of pressure on this natural, this medevac could have gone out and dropped inside his main base and may have caused a few troubles. Not necessarily killing off everything, but certainly could have caused some trouble there. But now, as we can see, ElhayM going to be picking up his starport, got a reactor being added onto that, picking up his 3rd base as well, going to be making sure that his economy is sitting in a very nice position. 3rd and 4th gas on the way, as his stim is now finished, and +1 weapons will be coming out shortly for the Terran player from Clarity. So it's really, I wouldn't say it's completely game over for Select, but I mean, he's sitting in a pretty comfortable spot. ElhayM's sitting in a pretty comfortable spot. He's got his 3rd base up. He's got some very useful Marines out on the map. We've even got a tank coming out. So it looks as if he is going to go into Marine tank style. We'll probably see some of these medevacs get added in, or maybe a couple of Vikings every now and then. But Select, he's not going to just rest on his laurels right now. He's going to jump in and try and get some harassment done over inside his opponent's main base. Gets well, nothing done. Loses a Marine for his efforts there, so he's not going to be too happy about the way this has gone so far. But ElhayM, I mean, he's cranking up the production, adding in a couple of extra racks there. We've also got an armory on the way so that he can add in his +2 to weapons if he so desires, which will be finishing up. The +1 will be finishing very soon, so Select is, he's still got to catch up in a couple of regards. We've got him, he's very far behind on the +1 to weapons. He's just getting his combat shields now as well, but as we can see, ElhayM already has that and has had it for a little while. So we can see now that Select, you know, he's behind in economy, so what has he got to do? He's got to try and make an effort to actually get something done here by either forcing his opponent to spend some of his own economy on the units that he needs to defend, or perhaps somehow actually striking a blow on the economy. But ElhayM's map presence here has just been fantastic. Stimming up, charging forwards, going to take out a tank very quickly. Now also looking to take care of some of these Marines. Now keep in mind, ElhayM has that combat shield upgrade, and Select is still a little while away just due to the economic deficit that he suffered right at the start of the game. But ElhayM now pushing forwards. He's decided now is the time to go. He's got his 2 tanks. He's got a lot of Marines, and he's now charging after Select Marines. That combat shields upgrade, if there was ever a time that has really factored into a battle, it was right then. And Select GG's out. Very quick game, but I mean, very risky build there from Select. As I said, I'm really surprised to see that he went for that. It's I would say that's probably one of the rarest builds you'll see in TvT, especially on a 2-player map these days. But either way, interesting game. Hope you all enjoyed it. I'll catch you all next time. Here. As you can see, 47 damage to bio units and then the 34 damage against other standard targets. His storms have also been wonderful, just spreading them out across the battlefield, doing really nicely there. And for minigun, he's been sticking with a much more